I am working on a 1974 D35 which has been very dry. Cracks in the top, back, and sides can generally be rehumidified to close up sufficiently to simply glue and cleat. But cracks in the fingerboard don't typically close up enough for such repairs. Some combination of the glue joint to the neck, the thickness of the fingerboard, and perhaps the materials used keeps the fretboard from closing up the way a body will. On guitars with one or two, usually smaller fingerboard cracks, I will fill them with the frets in place. In this case, the number and size of the cracks, combined with the worn frets, meant the best solution was to pull the frets, fill the cracks, and refret the guitar. I will sometimes use a soldering iron to heat up frets as I pull them, but in this case, the board didn't really need it. It was very dry, which can cause some degree of chip out, but most of what was coming out as I was pulling the frets was some old cyanoacrylate glue which had been used whenever the guitar was last refretted. Once the frets were removed, I used some thin Teflon sheet to dam the fret slots and filled all of the cracks in the fingerboard with black cyanoacrylate adhesive. This particular adhesive has a degree of flexibility, so if the guitar should get dry again, the glue shouldn't crack or come loose from the slots. This cyanoacrylate is also quite slow to set until it has been sprayed with accelerator, which allows the time for the adhesive to sink deep into the cracks and create a strong bond with the wood. After making sure all the air is bubbled out of the cracks, I hit it with an accelerator. I've shown the process of removing a bridge by shock before, but that particular guitar had a very loose bridge which popped off with just one or two blows. In this case, it did take a bit more work, but because the bridge was unsalvageable, the crack through the saddle slot is always fatal to a bridge, I chose to use this quicker method of removal. There was some misunderstanding in the last video showing this, suggesting I was wedging off the bridge. It really isn't. It's about shocking the glue joint. None of the common glues used for attaching a bridge do well under shock, so giving them a sharp tap with a hammer will cause them to shatter and let go. The result is pretty similar to using heat, and I wanted to make a video that showed this method on a bridge which wasn't quite so loose. One aspect of any method of removing a bridge is to be wary of runout in the top. You can determine which direction you want to push your chisel, or if you're using heat, your palette knife, by seeing which direction the top is lightest. Move towards the lighter side. This will minimize tear out as you're working, no matter which method you are using. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you have any questions about my work, please leave a comment. We have t-shirts available on our website and do same-day setups on Saturdays. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day and enjoy your guitar.